we're big Ball family fans, I would say. So I'm
Uh-huh.
curious what you think of LaMelo, Lonzo, LaVar. I feel like LaVar is
He's a genius.
I
a
feel like
genius,
I
right?
feel like you and LaVar would
Genius.
grab a beard and just kick it. I feel like that'd be your guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. First of all, I'm gonna ask him, how do I make boys?
Insane. He says
How
he
do
knew
I
he would
make-
only have boys.
How do I make boys? What do I have to do in the bedroom to make boys? That's what I'm gonna ask LaVar. Then, I just really think LaMelo is the one.
Yeah.
When I see LaMelo and the way he plays, his game is smooth. It's patient. It's poise. Decision making. It's crazy. I think his upside is so crazy, and he has a sense of like, it's not, he doesn't show it, but
It's effortless.
But in his game, it's like raw. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think Lonzo game gives me like raw. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's Lonzo's too smooth at times. On defense, Lonzo gives me raw. Like, okay, I'm here, I'm there. You know what I mean?
Right.
But Melo plays with that on offense and defense, and I think the experience that he had overseas, his father letting him expand, go other places, broaden his horizons. He got him mentally ready to be a pro.
Exactly. I think LaMelo's whole thing, and I'm surprised Lonzo doesn't have this with LaVar as his dad. Like, LaMelo is so confident. Like, even if he's definitely wrong, he legit thinks he's better than LeBron. Like, he just thinks he's the best player in the NBA. And you see it when he plays.
Yeah, most definitely. I was, you look at the highlights of him as a little kid running around and like to be that young and have that type of confidence, like in a big setting against all these big kids. Like, I knew that kid. I was like, when is he going to grow? Because when he grows, he's going to be a monster. And that's what happened. Like he has a little bite to him, because I think the way he came up and the way he finished his career, like as a little kid before he got to the pros.
My only thing with him, I think he's just a little reckless at times. Like,
I love it. It's
on and off the court. Like, he doesn't give a which is good, but
off the court, I'm worried.
He'll learn about that. I think Coach BJ over there is a great coach. I was with him in Orlando. I think when they say, hey, LaMelo, we're going to give you the keys, he's going to lock in. I don't think they say, hey, I don't think they gave him the keys yet. When they give him the keys, and he's gonna clamp in and do what he got to do.
I'm always curious about that with rookies. Like, I feel like a lot of it's fit. Like, you end up on the Celtics, like, you get to learn from KG, you get to play with all these great guys. Like, it probably helps your career. LaMelo, like, is Charlotte a good fit because he kind of has freedom, where like Lonzo was on the Lakers, like, had all this pressure on. Like, do you how much do you think fit matters for rookies?
So in some situations it do, but as a rookie, the mindset is the fact that everything that you have done before this doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So it's like, yes, some teams, the first rounders, they get those opportunities where, they get the fit, they get an opportunity. That does matter in a way, but I think it's a little part of it. I think rookies have to change their mindset to create opportunity when they come in the league. Because if they can change their mindset, hey, I got to be a new person. You know what I mean? So if you take that approach, then now you're always a student, right? You don't think you know too much. You're it's a humbling experience. So it's a little bit of both. Rookies got to come in, change their mindset, change their habits. And then when they do that, I think more opportunity happens for them. And, they get they can become who they want to become in this league. Yeah,
no, that makes a lot of sense. And I think that stuff will help with LaMelo too. And I think he kind of gets that. What, with someone like Zion, right? Like, he's another guy. I feel like the first thing everyone talks about is like, he's overweight. He's not, that's his like one thing. If he can get his like physically be in good shape, like he'll be good. Like, what do you think about Zion? And do you think that stuff like is that important for him?
Very, very, very. I think that being in shape is one of the reasons why I didn't play more than 10 years. Injuries. I broke my fifth metatarsal, my foot, and a small bone, right?
Yeah.
I think you can heal and come back from it, but having a lot of weight on it and even more, damage. So if he can control that part, the mental aspect of being in shape, but also I think he has to add a little bit of more dimensions to his game. You look at what Stan is running for him. It's downhill things, it's on the block, and when defense comes, and scouting report comes, you got to add different levels. So I honestly think a guy like Lonzo, putting Zion in pick and rolls and rolling to the basket, easy buckets for him needs to come. And also him developing a mid-range, a jump shot, something that when people play off of you, you can open up face, and hit the jumper. And, so there's dimensions to his game that he has to develop. And then also the mental part of just controlling and making sure your body's the best, for this league.
So we talked about, and I agree. Zion's got to keep his weight, but I can't believe you don't think he has the potential to be he could be something special in the league.
He gotta be able to shoot the ball.
You're right.
You gotta be able to shoot the ball. You think about the last threes he took. I remember when that first game.
That first game, yeah.
4 or 5.
I said, oh man, if he can hit that, it's over with. It's over with. If he can hit that, if he can open up face, you know what I'm saying? Because all he does is quick. Open up, face, go. If he can open up and face, take his time, look at the defense. Okay, boom, right over your head, right in your face. Yeah, you know what I mean? He has to develop that because he's undersized, right? How long is he going to be able to jump as high? We know that jumping high stuff can end real fast. We've seen it with Blake. I've never seen a man jump so high and then can't jump after that no more.
It's insane.
It's the wear and tear, in your body. So it's just you have to be able to evolve and develop. And if he doesn't evolve and develop, if he doesn't take a time and look at his game and say, hey, this is what I need to do for my game, he's not going to be here for a long time. I don't think he won't be the superstar that you think he's going to be.
So somebody who can shoot and who is undersized and kind of reminds me a little bit of you. He's obviously smaller and weaker. We talked about LaMelo. We talked about Lonzo. What does Gelo got to do to make the NBA?
At this time right now, it's more about how many, can I not make as many mistakes, right? Because he's an average, height guy. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? He's looked up as a 2. But now when you're looked up as a 2, all right, can you shoot? Can you guard? How's your IQ? I give a Gelo. If I say Gelo, if I need you to watch a player in the league, who should you watch? I should watch Garrett Temple. You know what I mean? Can play D, everything's well. You know what I mean? Great character guy in the locker room, and he's sticking. Shoot the ball, average pretty well. But in some games you look up, he has 21, 22. He's had 17 in the fourth quarter. Garrett is one of those guys I think Gelo should, hey, how are you here? And how do I get here? Because he's been all over, you know what I mean? His first 4 or 5 years, he didn't make it to the league. He was overseas playing. But the opportunities he got, he was a good locker guy. He's great IQ, knows what he's doing, and that's my thing for Gelo. I say, learn the game as much as you can. Approach the game as hard as you can. Change the image that people see you as, because you're already counted out as soon as you hit the door because of what you've already done.
Yeah.
So that's my thing.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to be like the best at something also. Like he's a really good shooter, but he's not amazing. He's like a solid defender, but he's not incredible. I think that'll be tough for him to get a shot. But it looks like he's gonna get a chance in the G League hopefully this season, and we'll see where he goes. But I hear what you're saying. Like even if it's going overseas, I think we would like to see him go overseas so he can get like a real shot.